Reinventing yourself sounds exciting in theory. New goals, new standards, new you, complete makeover. What a lot of people don't understand is that reinvention isn't actually a dramatic thing. A lot of the times it starts with a quiet realization. Many people get to a point where they feel like they're disconnected from the life they're currently living. So they want to change everything. They start to feel like the goals that they've set for themselves in the past don't really align anymore. They start to feel like the environments that they're in, it's draining, it's limiting, it doesn't feel like you can elevate them. They start to feel like, and maybe you start to feel like internally you've become a different person. And normally when these feelings start to happen, this is when we start thinking we need to change everything. Let's uproot it, become a whole different person. A lot of the times this happens when we've had a major change in life, especially starting over in your 30s. This is where you feel like internally you're not the same person you were when you were in your 20s. But a lot of the times it doesn't take action to actually make this change. It actually takes awareness. The first step in reinventing yourself is actually realizing that the version of you that created the life you're presently living isn't the version of you that exists right now. That version of you made decisions based on their awareness at the time. So they chose the environments they wanted to be in, the people they wanted to be around, the goals they wanted to achieve. And it's not that these decisions are bad. They were just made in a state of the awareness that you had at that time. But as you grow, your goals start to change. Your life starts to change. What you want for your future starts to change. You evolve. So you start to see new possibilities, new things that you can achieve. And naturally, that new version of you needs to build from a different place. Not from a place of judging the past version of you, but from a place of respecting that version, that they did everything they could, but also understanding that you cannot use that old version of yourself in order to build the environment for your new version. The reinvention you're stepping into, or the reinvention of this new you, isn't normally loud. It's not normally drastic. It's a lot of small internal changes that you start to make. So you start to realize who you want to tolerate. You start to understand what conversations you're going to entertain, what environments you're going to stay in, what is going to get your energy. A lot of the times, we don't see that change on the outside. A lot of the times it's internally. But those small internal changes is what actually shapes that new version of you that evolves, that new version that you're inventing, that new character that you're building. This is normally the time when people start to notice that change. They start to notice that you aren't the same you that you once were, because you're starting to tolerate different things. You might actually get the, I haven't seen you in a while. Or you might get the weird faces when you stop having certain conversations with people. Or you might not want to go to certain places. And sometimes the people who aren't understanding your growth might feel like you're avoiding them or avoiding those situations, which you are, but it's for a reason. It's because your reinvention, your new character, your new avatar doesn't associate with those things anymore. And the people who are meant to be in your life as the new you, as you reinvent yourself, they will understand and grow with you. And the people who are not meant to be there, they'll fall away. Remember, reinvention doesn't mean you need to destroy your entire life. No, it's subtle, because subtle creates lasting change. It's small changes that you're going to make internally and from a place of awareness where you're going to stay out of different conversations. You're going to stay out of different environments. You're going to stay out of different schedules. You're going to start choosing things that align with the person you're becoming instead of the person that you were. These small changes are what shape your identity for who you're becoming. And even though it's small steps, as I said, it creates a lasting effect. And over time, you'll see the change. But right now, it might just feel like it's only internal. If you feel like you're in a season where the old version of you doesn't fit anymore, and you're slowly start to change into a new you, it doesn't mean you need to overhaul your life. It might not be a bad thing if you're feeling uncomfortable. Normally, this is the beginning of your reinvention, and you're in the right place because on this channel, we talk about growth, we talk about healing, and we talk about doing that together. So until next time, ladies, thank you so much for watching. Bye.